year around the Peninsula, I'm Army Sergeant Ryan Sharp. The influence of a good teacher can never be erased. Senior Airman Rebecca Long steps into a classroom to honor these public servants for a job well done.
Miss Marie Perez, teacher, Osan Elementary School.
It's not easy to keep students interested in learning. During the 10th Annual Teacher Appreciation Department of Defense Education activity honors teachers for being exceptional in the classroom.
Students are an easy audience. It's just keeping them engaged and not letting them realize that they're actually learning when they're having fun. Kids are good sports about it, and they learn well as long as they're engaged in what they're doing. So.
Dedication extends further than the teachers in the classroom. Korea District Superintendent Dr. Judy Allen holds our children to the highest regard.
Our children are our greatest treasures. They're our most precious treasures, and we feel extremely honored to be able to work with them every day and to prepare them to be good citizens and to be successful students.
Senior Airman Rebecca Long, Yongsan, Korea.
This is Dr. Judy Allen's 5th time participating in Dodia's Teacher Appreciation Ceremony. A team only grows stronger as each of its team members becomes stronger. Army Sergeant Mark Breha brings us to Pohang, where Marines and sailors team up to make one united front.
Although the U.S. Marine Corps shares many things in common with other military branches, its closest relationship is with its sister branch, the U.S. Navy. Through naval integration, they form one more capable team.
Naval integration is simply that which the U.S. Navy and U.S. Marine Corps have been doing since 1775. It's not easy to operate at sea, and it takes quite a bit of practice for us to achieve our highest levels of capability across the range of military operations.
The partnership displayed their joint effort not only with each other, but with foreign militaries in South Korea during Sangyang 16. Both U.S. Marines and sailors partnered together along with their Republic of Korea counterparts to support amphibious assaults along the Pohang coast.
We've got to be able to work together so that if we have to fight tonight, we're ready tonight.
The Navy-Marine Corps partnership can be seen throughout the ranks of both branches.
Marines are good at what they do. They're good at their job. They know what they're doing, pretty clear and concise. They're very easy to work with. They help us out with whatever we need.
I like hanging out with those guys when I see them on ship and it's the same face. It's always good to see the same guys and get to talk to them because we already have that working relationship.
Army Sergeant Mark Breha, Pohang, Korea.
Marines from units like the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit regularly join the Navy to operate across land, sea, and air. You can never be too safe. Knowing an enemy can keep you safe from that enemy. I'm going to tell you about one invisible foe that can be fought against. Fever, rash, joint pain, and red eyes are all symptoms caused by the Zika virus disease.
The Zika virus is contracted by those who are exposed to the mosquitoes that contain the Zika virus. These mosquitoes are found mostly in the tropical regions. Brazil is the area that we see it mostly, but we also see it in Central America and northern part of South America. There's also areas in the Pacific that have the Zika virus. So if you're stung by a mosquito that contains the Zika virus, then there's a good chance you may contract the disease.
The disease may not have serious consequences for adults, but it may be fatal for unborn babies. If a pregnant woman is bit by a mosquito carrying the Zika virus, it can be passed on to the fetus and possibly lead to birth defects such as microcephaly, which is where the baby is born with a small head and brain defects. The best way to prevent the infection is by not getting bit by mosquitoes. When outdoors, use insect repellents, wear long sleeves, and soldiers who are in the field should wear specially treated uniforms. Army Sergeant Ryan Sharp, Seoul, Korea. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention website provides more information about the Zika virus. Students, teachers, and parents work hard all year long, and many of them go above and beyond participating in after-school activities. Senior Airman Sydney Manning takes you to Osan American High School, where some elementary kids are showing off one of the things they've been working on since last autumn.
Last October, we brought you the story of Baile Folklorico's first practice. Eager students from Osan American Elementary School learned their first steps in preparation for the big spring performance. Well, spring is here, and so a troop of enthusiastic elementary school kids and parents dressed up in the bright colors of traditional Mexican dance and took to the stage. The dances are lively and fun, but according to one student, that's not even the best part.
We practiced a lot, and my favorite part was when the skirts were twirling around because it looked like Easter colors and they were really bright.
What you may not know is that those costumes are handmade by Baile Folklorico's very own instructor, Luz Boggs.
I don't know how many hours, but I start as soon as we start the practices. I start doing some sewing, so it takes a lot of time, really, but I enjoy doing it.
The love for the dances and the culture is evident in everything from the beautiful costumes to the smiles on everyone's faces. Senior Airman Sydney Manning, Osan Air Base, Korea.
Baile Folklorico will kick off again this fall. Learning is an integral part of life, and even though some of us do not enjoy playing with numbers, there's a special class where children learn to love them.
There is a special math teaching process going on at the Seoul American Elementary School, not with traditional paper and pencil, but with scrabble tiles and blocks.
It's one big game, it's one big puzzle, and students are learning how to put that puzzle pieces together in order to make sense of mathematics. We typically don't do the paper and pencil route as much anymore. We like students to have the concrete symbols and manipulatives in order to learn the math.
CES teachers work to create innovative ways of teaching math, because it is everywhere in our day-to-day lives.
Math is all around us. It's in all areas of the students' school, and as they grow into adulthood, they will be using math in their communications, they'll be using math in technology, they will use math in the area of arts. So math is very important for them to get the foundation and the basics now so that they can carry that on into adulthood.
Katusa Private Lee Jae-gi, Yongsan, Korea.
Gwen Willard is in charge of the Seoul American Elementary School's Math Awareness Program. April is the month of the military child, and military bases all across the world are celebrating this great month. Army Sergeant Patrick Ferreras takes you to South Korea to join in on the celebration.
Feet shuffle through the streets of Camp Casey during a parade to honor military children, with the kids holding banners to show their pride of who they are. The parade leads to great activities such as cake eating, bubbles, and kite flying. The Month of the Military Child shows its recognition to those kids who grow up with a parent or parents in the military and how they have to be strong.
It's just really neat that these children are recognized for all the sacrifices that they make. You know, dad's not home, mom's not home in the evenings because they're working, mom or dad might be deployed, and they make a lot of sacrifices, and we're just really lucky that we have this opportunity and that we get to celebrate them.
Even while being overseas, the military community still comes together to pay tribute to the glue of the military family, and that is the military child. From Camp Casey, Korea, I'm Army Sergeant Patrick Ferraris.
The Month of the Military Child was established to highlight the big role children play in the military community. The 15th U.S. Secretary of Defense, Caspar Weinberger, established the Month of the Military Child in 1986, making 2016 its 30th year anniversary. That was your Around the Peninsula for this week. To see these stories and others, go to the AFN Pacific website or view them through the AFN Pacific app. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening. Hey! Oh yeah? Hey! Oh boy! Right!